Hey guys, what's up? It's just Con here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what is the RSA? What's the Remote Sales Academy? How is it relevant to you? Is it something that you want to be a part of? And what are the in-depth complexities? What does it look like, right? Now, the reason I'm creating this video is I probably get at least 5 DMs a day, or people basically asking me on many such occasions, what is the RSA? How does it actually work, right? Because I don't really have a video anywhere that explains it quite well enough, or I guess shows exactly what it's meant to do and basically the ins and outs of it. So I thought I'd create a video that's going to explain everything in depth, right? Find out if it's something that's for you, how you can get involved with it, and potentially if it's something that you're interested in, right? So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in. So what is the RSA? What's the Remote Sales Academy? Why have I created it? Well, as you can see in the bio here, it's all about learning to get good at sales, and more in specific, remote sales, right? The high ticket sales industry. Get hired and earn 10K plus a month. That's the primary goal and objective of this training program. It's to help beginners or even current salespeople who work in more traditional sales roles to transition into the remote sales industry, whether it's high ticket or just a remote sales role that's going to give them more geographical and geographical freedom. But with high ticket sales, generally, most times, it can also tick all 3 boxes of time, geographical, and financial, right? Whereas if you're just in traditional remote sales, you can tick off the financial and the geographical, and sometimes time. It just depends on the offer that you're on, right? So with that said, why have I built this? The reason I've built this is because, to be honest with you, I have seen too many fucking people in this industry that have no idea what they're talking about. They maybe sold $100,000 in a month, made 10K a month, or they got on a really good offer just by luck and they made 30K a month within 1 month, and now they're touting that they're good at sales, or they can teach people, they can help people, but they really have no idea what they're talking about. To be honest, the reason I created this program is obviously, number one, it's super fulfilling, but number two is, like I mentioned, I've seen too many people out there that are people that are just marketers, and they don't actually know what they're talking about when it comes to sales. Number one thing you can tell, how I'm good or well experienced in sales is the way that I articulate myself when I speak, right? If you've been in sales before and you are watching this, you can probably tell just by the way, if you go watch my few videos, or if you know me personally, you're probably going to know that I am actually quite good at sales, even just by seeing the way that I articulate myself, right? You'll notice there's a lot less ums and ahs, etc., etc. Not going to go on about how great I am. This is more about the program, but just wanted to let you know why I've created it, right? And the whole purpose of it, right? Now, what do you get as a part of the Remote Sales Academy, right? Well, you get really a couple things. The first thing is the education, right? Now, the education is all about showing you everything that I wish that I knew 4+ years ago when I got in this industry. We're talking about standards, expectations, ways to make more money, find the right opportunities, how to vet the right opportunities, how to land these different roles, right? And more importantly, all the sales skills that you need to get to where you want to go, so you don't have to spend $40,000 on sales training like I did, because you're going to have everything that you need all centrally housed in one location. And pretty much any of the sales education that you can buy into or find out there, you're pretty much going to find here, because I've pretty much done all of it and used all of it in practice, and I can tell you what works and what doesn't, right? So it's really broken up into a couple modules at the moment, and obviously there's future updates that are going to come to the training in the near future, or whenever that might be, but there's plenty of stuff to be added for sure, right? But this is basically everything and more I wish I knew back then, okay? So we start talking about the introduction, what this is, right? The road to 100K per month, not per month, that should be per year. How to use the training, how to get support, why specifically sales is important now rather than later, myths about sales, right? And of course, a little bit about my story and why you should listen to me, because I want everybody in the training to take what I'm saying on board, because everything that I'm teaching everybody inside the training program is through experience, right? Leveling up, the 4 core shifts that I needed to have that in personal development wise, and I've spent a lot of money, about 80, I think it's close to 100,000 on my own personal development, inclusive of sales training in the past 4 years. And these are the main things that I wish I knew, right? Or the main paradigm shifts that I had that helped me make more money and become more successful, right? Then we're talking about the sales skills, right? Tracking your numbers. What's the third grade math? What are the inputs required to make the outputs that you want to make, right? The anatomy of the sale. How I first had to learn to sell correctly from just being a beginner salesperson that helped me speed up my process exponentially, right? Productive versus interesting sales conversation, right? Not being a baby bird, right? Learning how to make more money and not being dependent on a business that just hit you in the face with leads, right? That's what I'm all about, right? Again, comparison is the biggest thief of joy. A lot of people, when they get into the industry, are comparing, right, themselves to other salespeople, etc. So learning the ins and outs of that. Sales practical skills. We go through the whole sales process that I teach you, right? How to sell in phases, and then I give you certain questions you can use in those different phases, right? So this is everything and more that I wish I knew back then. Tactical interruptions, deflections, defending your position, right? How to get people to persuade themselves, right? Your sales setup, right? What do you do? What do you use to, sell just in general? Like your audio, like you see here, the camera that you're watching me through here is my webcam. The lighting, everything all adds up and is really, really important. And these are often the things that people don't talk about. Any sales question in the book that you've probably never thought of, right? Or you're probably a very beginner, maybe perhaps watching this. No stone is left unturned. Every sales question that you could really ever think of is inside of here. Is going to help you get you much faster to where you want to be. And of course, help you make more money, right? Then we're talking about setting, right? How to do that whole rigmarole. There's going to be stuff that's going to be added in of DM setting and help you become better at DM setting. I'm always investing in trainings and courses to learn better and what I can help my students become better and make more money. So that's something that's going to be added relatively soon. Objection handling, all that type of stuff. Took me a long time to figure this out. And again, kind of served you on a silver platter. Finding your offers as well, right? This is super, super critical and key. This more importantly helps you overcome the battles that I went through when I first got started. Not making any money for 3 months when I first got started out, working on an offer too long, right? And again, realizing that I had a level 10 skill set, but a level 1 or 2 opportunity, right? Or maybe a level 5 opportunity where I needed to match that with the opportunity. And that's really what nobody speaks about in this industry is you need to have the right opportunity to make the money that you want to make, right? And so we talk about every single lesson and key learning that I've learned throughout that process, right? And of course, you get access to live sales calls of me actually doing this stuff, right? I'm not just a guru. In fact, I never want to be seen as one, but I'm not just a guy on the internet that just did this for like 90 days and is now selling people on how to get involved in the industry. I actually did it, and there's plenty more sales calls that I'm probably going to dig up and find and add to the training. In fact, we actually review, and this is from A to Z, by the way. This is not just snippets. We're talking from beginning to finish of me selling products from $5,000 all the way up to $30,000, right? Pretty crazy. Especially when I first got started out, my mentor definitely didn't give me access to anything like that. So these are really, really, really good for you to utilize and learn. In fact, we cover them in our live Q&A recordings every single week that we have with the students, which I'm going to tell you about right now. So paired with the education that you get with the Remote Sales Academy, you also get access to weekly group coaching sessions with me. So pretty much every single week you get access to me twice a week, right, depending on the time zone that you're on. And you also might get access to one of our amazing students, Lucas, who does 15K per month in high ticket sales, directly to get access and feedback. So we can ask any sales Q&A, anything in regards to interviews, any help that you need to become a better salesperson, make more money, get your foot in the industry is what we do in those calls, right? Obviously, I have sales calls for my own program weekly, right? So I can review those calls with everybody else. So I can review students' calls as we do that every single week, right? So you get access to me through that live fashion there. And of course, you get access to the DMs here. So in the DMs, you're going to have access to unlimited one-on-one DM access to me, which means any question you have about sales, how you can make more money, not just on the group training calls, but whenever you really need me, you've got access and you can ask me for any help that you need around uncertainty around an offer. Should you transition? Should you go for this offer? How could you have done better with an interview? Whatever it may have been, that's what this is designed to do, to help you have access to somebody directly who's be able to answer you every single day and get you the help that you need, right? That's why I've designed it, right? Back when I first got started, sure, I had someone that could kind of help me one-on-one, but not really, right? It wasn't as direct an access. And more importantly, it wasn't someone who'd actually been doing for a very long period of time what I wanted to achieve and do, okay? So that's pretty much it. So that's the mentoring, the coaching, the training, and then of course, you have the community, right? So the community is a really, really important aspect of the Remote Sales Academy. Literally I've run promotions, awarding one of my fantastic students, Matthew. He's a heavy contributor to the community. So I gave him access to a free one-on-one coaching call with me, which normally they cost $300 USD for the hour, right? So we're avidly promoting, the community engagement is really, really important to me. And so a lot of the guys inside the community are actively engaged. So you can see Matthew selling, You can see Matthew sharing some sales tips, some quick value. You can see that, there's another opportunity right in the DM setting. This is another thing as well. Inside the community, we have a lot of opportunities that pop up all the time for sales positions, right? Because people trust me and people trust people within my network, right? Just like Bruno does, right? He's one of my really, really fantastic students that does 10K USD per month from Brazil. If you go look at my previous videos, you'll find an interview that we did there. It was about 2 months ago. And so again, see, there's offers that pop up all the time. There's opportunities here. The key takeaways, Alex landed his first role within 30 days. He went from, you'll see an interview coming out soon with him. He went from an apprentice as an electrician to, a $65,000 base per year, which is 2xing his income initially off the bat, with commissions all the way up to 6 figures, right? He's doing super, super well. What else? Mark's takeaway, people are constantly adding to the community, adding value. Julian got his first role within the first 30 days from one of the guys in the community, Matt. What else? Lucas, again, made his first sale 3 days on a brand new offer. More key takeaways, more learning and insights, right? Again, Lucas, putting in there that, we want more setters for certain things. Peter, getting a role with Jay Waller. If you know who that is, that's absolutely huge, right? So yeah, that's a huge important part of the training and the community. So basically it's 3 things: training, support and mentorship, and community. That's what the Remote Sales Academy is all about. And it's designed to get you from, if you're a beginner, into the industry and basically help you land, develop, and then perform, right? Land the role, develop and get better, and then perform by increasing your commissions. Because sales is an industry where the better you get, the more you get paid. If you're on the right opportunity, you can go from 10 to 20K per month, from 20 to 30K per month, or even just 5 to 10, right? For some people, that's a huge shift, okay? So with that said, I don't think we need to go any too much longer on that, but I just wanted to create a video again that explains what we're all about, what we're doing, so you can see behind the curtains and what that actually looks like before even hopping on a call with me. Because chances are, if you're watching through my YouTube channel, you've probably watched a few videos by now, and if you've already looked at a couple of my YouTube videos and it's something that you're interested in, I'm extending this invitation out to you, and I encourage you, if you want to have a chat about this, there's no pressure, right? If it is something that you want to do and you've told me why, I'm probably going to help you get over the line. However, there's no harm in booking a call and having a conversation about something, potentially a conversation that could completely change your life, completely the trajectory of where you're going in life, from success, personal development, absolutely everything. So if after watching that, any of that stuff resonates and it's something that you might be potentially looking for, go ahead, book a call. Send me a message on Instagram. It's just Connor Healy _ There's a link in the bio or description of YouTube. Go ahead and book a call. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. So hopefully that gave you a good insight to the back end or the background of what the I guess the training program is all about. And yeah, look forward to speaking to you soon. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.